telling us your guy, Jim Harbaugh, drafted one of the top running backs in the class, Omarion Hampton.
Boom.
North Carolina thumper, man. I like this guy. Look at that speed. Plus, he's got the half shirt on, which is cool. Flex. Hampton and Harbaugh seem like a perfect fit.
Fit and situation is way more important because I feel like you can go anywhere, and if it's not your fit, then you won't be able to produce what you can do. We know they're going to run the ball, so I'm loving it. I'm excited. I mean, we got me and Najee. We got a dominant duo backfield, so I'm excited to learn from him. I'm excited to get out there. Got a good offensive line, good quarterback. I feel like we're building really something special there.
Listen, this is really going to be a Harbaugh team. This is going to be, it's a two-headed running game, great offensive tackles, and a big, strong quarterback. They're not going to be, everybody's freaking out, oh, the receiving room. That is not how pharmacist Jim Harbaugh deals the pills. He is a run-first, power offense, control the clock. He likes his practices to be intense. When he was with the Niners getting the Super Bowls, he had Michael Crabtree. Michigan won a natty with one go-to receiver. They threw to the tight end.
But we saw how limited that offense was in the playoffs.
No, that's because they didn't have the backs. I mean, J.K. Dobbins was banged up. This is going to be and by the way, Joe Alt was a rookie at right tackle.
Fair.
This is going to be a much different looking offense.
So you have them over the Chiefs, Nick?
I have them winning 12 games.
So now, when Sean Payton texts you after the show, dude, did you forget about us?
I have them winning 10.
And the Chiefs 9?
10. And the Chargers 12. That's the best division in football. And I think by a long shot.
I'm surprised you have that over the North. Now that coaching is better than the NFC North.
Keep your eye. Sam Darnold leaving Minnesota. Skull.
Okay. let's focus. Let's keep it focused on the Chargers. I love this. Love this. Love this. Love this. More. I got the chills actually. I already made a couple videos about Hampton and how much I love just, him as a running back and how he'll be with the Chargers. I've already spoke that, really boosted that pretty high. But then listening to that soundbite, I'm not even lying. I got the chills. When he said, I'm excited, we got Najee and I'm excited to learn from him, bro, that is a man. That is someone who's mature. That is someone who's confident but comfortable in their own skin. I can't express how much something so little like that matters so massively. Someone who's willing to be like, yeah, I'm excited to learn from this guy who's already done it. And not someone who's obviously like a Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry. That's lip service. That could easily be lip service. Someone who's obviously been like balling and setting records and, who's really been like next level. Not saying that Najee Harris hasn't been successful, but like, again, there's different levels to this. Pretty much everyone knows who Saquon Barkley is and Derrick Henry in terms of like casual fans, the moms of the world who are watching like the NFL games. Not everyone knows who Najee Harris is, right? That's just, the reality of the situation. Obviously football fans do and all of that. So I'm not trying to downplay Najee Harris. But it's just easy to say those types of things. It's harder for someone in Hampton's situation to say that because you don't have to. And it feels authentic too. And again, authenticity is really kind of everything to me. And when you have someone who I believe is as great as Hampton is, to then be authentically like, I still got so much more to learn from. And I understand that situation matters and O-line matters and quarterback and that there's other running backs on the team that I can also learn and grow with. And actually, it's going to be the two of us. It's going to be a duo. Like there's no feeling of threat or that I got to like earn it and prove to people that I'm better or this or that. Like some of that stuff can easily come out. And especially when people are trying to, it kind of can go different ways. Sometimes people just think that they need to put that out there, that confidence out there because it's their own insecurity. And so they got to do it. And there's other people that do it just because it's just who they are and it's to their core and it's the confidence, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just like to be able to be confident and comfortable in your own skin and comfortable knowing like, yeah, I'm confident in who I am and I'm excited. But like, I also know that there's still plenty for me to learn and grow. And I also deeply understand this is a team sport, man. Like, I love that. I'm so much higher now on Hampton and this Chargers team of personality and fit, and maturity that matters so much. Again, I brought up Saquon Barkley before. look up the maturity of Saquon Barkley. That's why it's shocking that the New York Giants got rid of him. I mean, it's shocking when you look at the leader and the groundedness of Saquon Barkley. It's just extraordinary, honestly. I mean, it actually really is. That you could be as great, as strong, and as gifted. And yeah, you can still be a dog on the field. Like, that's the thing. Saquon Barkley is still jawing and yelling at people on the field and talking trash. Like, you could still be that dog. But then off the field, when he's like on the bench or whatever, on the sideline, you know, when he breaks the record, he's running to the O-line saying, look what we did. Look what we did. We broke LaShawn McCoy's record. You know, we did that. You know, running to his family, to his little daughter, like, you know, his fiance, or maybe wife now. I don't know if they officially got married. You know, like, you can just see that. And it matters. It keeps you grounded in the ups and downs. It allows you to make the right decision. Like, I'm not going to play against New York Giants in the final game of the season. I'm going to make sure that I stay healthy, well rested, so I can go out and be a beast in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. Like, it's all connected. It's all connected. It's all culture building. And it's why these teams have interviews. And on one side, there's definitely the newish school of thought where it's kind of like, we don't interview people because that can confuse us. Sometimes if someone's like a really great person and this and that, then we could, you know, elevate them more than they really are. And if someone's kind of a jerk, they could be an amazing player, but we kind of get rubbed the wrong way a little bit. And, you know, I see the value to kind of both sides. I do. And I could see it working both ways, but when you look at the team that the Chargers are building, where they're located, you know, their coach with Harbaugh and Herbert obviously being the two main leaders of that team, I really do believe that when you can have this intersection of players that are great beasts, dogs, and humble and grounded, but still have confidence through it, it's just the perfect balance, man. It really is. It's just a perfect balance. So I was already so high on this team, and I got a bunch of other Chargers videos that I'm about to make that I can't wait to release. I already released my one a couple of days ago when Nick Wright was trying to rip Justin Herbert, and I got to follow up. I haven't recorded it yet because I got this one take that I can't wait to sink my teeth in. I almost recorded it last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I was like, let me just wait. Let me get a little bit more energy because I can't wait to get after it. And then, you know, I was trying to look for other stuff to make, and then I came across this, and I was like, all right, Charge. I was like, oh, Hampton. I already made a Hampton video. I was like, whatever. Let me just see what this is about. And then when I hear that quote, I'm like, that is the take. That is the story, right? That is the soundbite that's worth making a whole video about. Because again, it cannot be overstated how important that can be to a dynamic, to a team that's still building their culture, especially. Again, maybe if you already have like truly built culture, maybe not as important, but this team is still in the process of building this culture, building this identity. And one day, hopefully by the end of this season and certainly into the next, like, you're going to be in a situation now where you have this foundation, where you have this culture, and you're going to now invite new people into this locker room, and you want that set in stone. It's why for the Eagles, Saquon Barkley was like an absolute no-brainer, you know, and that's the Chargers have not been that way years past, right? They will eventually be a no-brainer team where great free agents and draft picks want to go there. You have the foundation of an actual great culture, great team that you want to win for, that you want to just give it all for. And man, I'm excited. I'm so excited, man. Football's awesome. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.